Um. Let's not worry about that. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Railroads Online. Ragtimers here. We're on the Mesa Plains map. We're going to do a little bit of running of some trains today to show off a bit of what we've been doing. We've been showing this off on stream a bit, but I also wanted to showcase a few other things. So up here is General's little minecart train that he's been building. So he has a shay that all it does is just goes around in circles around the mountain here. He threw in this switch for giggles, but he's built this whole little mine complex up here, and it's just like, think of a Christmas tree, little train running around it. Well, this is General's train, and paying no attention to the Uintah that's just there. So for giggles, let's get this one rolling just so it has something to do. And then we'll take a look here. We're still building on this map. We're still learning out some of the intricacies and different things. So we don't have all the industries unlocked just yet, and we also don't have everything connected just yet. But just to kind of showcase where we are right now and what we're up to, especially if you haven't been seeing some of the live streams we've been doing here. So let's make sure, are the handbrakes off? I want this little shay just to do what it needs to do, and it looks like, come on, freight car. There it goes. Alrighty. General's train. Off you go. Go do your thing. Do what you do best. Just running around the top of the mountain, running, pulling Christmas trains. I don't know. But off it goes. So let's head over to spawn, and let's take a look and see what we've got going over there and what we've built up. Alrighty, welcome to the spawn. So this is the stock location for the freight house, or the freight office, freight depot, whatever you want to call it. Here, we have built it up a bit. We have one track on this side that we've been pulling trains with, and then we've built up an engine facility here. So we do have two of the roundhouses placed with a turntable. We've got a firewood refueling area. We've got a place for coal. We've got some water tanks put down, sand house, and obviously a several track yard. Down here, we do have one of Rex's locomotives. Oh, no, we did replace it. It's the CP Bacon. It's one of the Class 125s. We do have a Uintah 062 that we've been using to pull some trains around. We've got a Uintah 2662 here, which we'll probably use. And then we have a DNRG, the Class 40? The Class 47, that's what it is. That's been pulling some of our trains. So in order to showcase this, we're going to go get Big Bertha. Everyone likes this locomotive. I think it's a lot of fun. But we'll make sure that we can actually... Oh, we have no coal in the hole. Let's quickly fix that here. Open that. Give me some coal. Thank you. All right, come on. Get all fired up for me, please. Alrighty, so we got plenty of water. I believe we have plenty of water. I think we filled up these tanks, didn't we? Yeah, we're in a good boat. All right, so we got water. We have coal. Let's go ahead and hook back up to... Actually, let's take those cars with us, the ones that the 47 was taking. And then we'll also just collect a couple of log flats on our way here. And as you can see, this locomotive is quite impressive. 2662, it is articulated. It's still a little buggy on occasion, but it is a fun locomotive to use for games. So we'll go ahead and use this here. It's sort of the big thing right now in Railroads Online. So let's go ahead and get over here to the other end of the map. Now, unfortunately, the way that this map is set up, our crossover switch is way out here, and we're going to fix that in the future. But for today, it is kind of what it is. So we'll run around, get hooked up here. The locomotive is decently modeled in the cab, at least, so we've got our brakes. However, they don't have separate independent or train brakes, so that's kind of weird. The reverser is the power reverser. Cylinder cocks, obviously, and when you open that, you do get two sets, because you got two sets of drivers. You've got a few other valves that aren't animated. Your regulator, of course, your whistle. I wonder if this is the whistle that they had in real life, or whether they had something different. Obviously, your firebox door, which we've lovely... Holy hell, how much coal have we gone through? Cheese and rice. And then, of course, we have the doors. Oh, we already crossed over the switch. Darn it. Brakes. Huh. Well, I'm glad I caught that. Let's go ahead and throw the switch. Alrighty. And let's go ahead and get back onto our train here. The model is definitely interesting. I am not an expert on Uintah on any means, but it does seem to be an interestingly modeled locomotive. I do find it interesting, I guess this was the thing they did, of having a 1 point for the water tanks. That way you can have a spout that just goes one place and gets everything. So that is certainly different, and I kind of like it, honestly. It's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and bring this back. And this thing can get some speed up pretty quickly. So it is an interesting little locomotive. Not a little, it's a huge locomotive. It's a big-ass locomotive. Big train. This is the big train. Okay, back we go. We do have automatic couplers. We've got the knuckles on, so hopefully this should make coupling up to this easy. This thing does seem to be a coal hog, though. All right, come on. Nice and gentle here. Okay, let's see. So that's coupled in. I don't think we have any handbrakes on here, but we will get this locomotive out of the way until it's in the way. But that'll be a future problem for us to deal with. Let's go ahead and get that uncoupled. Thank you. Alrighty, so we're going to take these stake flats. We're going to load up on stuff at the sawmill. We'll also pass by our logging camp that we have here. So we'll see how that all works. But meanwhile, highball. Come on. Give it the beans. The beans. This train is light. Why is it taking forever to go? My brakes are off. I hope my handbrakes are off. This locomotive shouldn't be struggling this much. What the heck's going on here? There's a handbrake on somewhere. There it is. Okay, now we appear to be rolling. Alrighty, back up to our engine. Because it's definitely safe just to leave it unmanned. Alrighty, close the cylinder cocks. Off we go. And let's go! All right, as we roll around the track, we do have the next cool thing about this map here, tunnels. So we're going to go through one of the 2 tunnel portals here. They are baked into the map. You can't place them yourself, but you can connect to where they're baked in. So I guess we'll do this from first person just for giggles. Let's make sure the windows are open. But here we go. Maybe we'll cut back on the Johnson bar a little bit just to see if we get more speed. But yeah, the insides of these are not bad at all. It's nice that they actually have rocks in here and not just the utter blackness of the inside of a tunnel. So that is nice. I'm glad that they did that. It is only showing that we're pulling like 5 cars, so I'm hoping we didn't lose any. Nope, we're still here. I guess the map just kind of condenses down for what seems to work and what doesn't. So there is that at least. So, all right, now we're almost out of here. Come on, little engine. I believe in you. And here we go. So the game does have interesting places that they've put some of the basic industries. If you zoom out here, I think it'll show up. So the original logging camp's up here. We decided to put one over here to give a purpose to use this tunnel. And it is weird because this is a desert map, but then they just have these big groves of trees that just appear out of nowhere. So here we come up to the first logging camp that we've put down here. Really the only logging camp we put down. And out here we do have a little shuttle train using the Tier 2 Porter, the second variant of the Porter. So that's there, and you can see the size difference on these engines. It's holy hell. And then over there we also have a log train. I think that's being pulled by the Bell's Gap 060. So that's over there. So we do have it set up that we can have a passing siding. It has the 2 spurs off to get both cordwood and logs. And then, obviously, the main line just continues up to the sawmill, which is where we're going to be heading off to. So let's continue our little journey here as we cruise on down the tracks. Now, this map also doesn't have, at least as I can tell, some of the, like, farming industries and stuff. I might be wrong. Oh, no, it does have cattle, but it has, like, places, like, stuff in seemingly random places. So we may end up moving some of the industries around. But let's continue to cruise through. Up there is Christmas Tree Mountain. We're just going to call it that because that's a little train that we saw earlier that General's been running. I wonder where that train is now. Oh, it's going to come around. We'll see it here. And pay no attention to the derailed locomotive up there. But, I don't know. Can we see it from this angle? Well, we'll find out. 'Cause we're going to hug the base of this as we go around here, so maybe we won't see it. But I hope we do, because it's a cute little thing. We curve away now. The original logging camp is off to the right, but we're heading to the sawmill, which is off to the left. And there it is! It's still puffing and going. Alrighty. Now we're coming up to our logging camp. And here, the sawmill. And here we do have 2 different sides to it. So let's just kind of slow down as we enter. We did also put the gold dredge out here in the water because, you know, maybe they found gold over here. Here we also do have a small engine servicing facility, so it does have water. It's got coal. Or no, it doesn't have coal. It just has wood. So wood, water, sand, logs. We did put the water pump over there. And then there is an 060 over here, so the idea could be you basically come in on one of the tracks over there. You have the switcher that'll then take your cars, load it up, bring it back over. So that's all over here that we've built up. And then, of course, you have your sawmill itself where you have your loading side, your unloading side. So let's go ahead, just cruise on up and go ahead and get a load of logs on here. All right, nice and gentle here. Come on. And that should work nicely there. All right, go ahead. Let's get this loaded up. We're going to go ahead and grab a mixture of both beams and planks here. And you can see the tracks do curve off, and then they come back together over there. We don't have any track past there at the moment. Obviously, right now, it looks like everything's been pulled out of the log pond here. We do have the water well and a couple of tracks. So this can support a fairly decent multiplayer operation where we have a couple of trains going. Again, you can have cars for water. You can have cars for the dredge. You can have stuff for the sawmill. So it gives this place some purpose and gives it more than just the basic stuff. And wow, they're quick over here. Let's go ahead and move that bus. Okay, come on. This train's not very heavy. You can do it. Come on, sweetie. Okay. Okay, load you up, and then I believe we'll be able to get these two cars back here. They are spotted poorly, but, you know, sometimes the engineer just got to do that, you know? Please load here. Please load here. I'll take it. I will take it. All right, we got a few more cars to load. You know what? We're going to break railroad policy. We're going to go ahead and move up to get the last... how many planks do we have? Now I'm acting like an idiot, and that's just not going to go well. Okay, we got one carload worth of that to go. And then we've got 3 cars back here. So... all right, let's load. Let's move back here so we can actually spot these correctly. And, all right, come on, you. All right. Beautifully slammed on the brakes, just like we can. I guess we'll take more beams because we got more of them. So that might even it out a little bit more. All right, so that'll load up. Let's go back to our locomotive. And we'll move up once more, and then we'll run around our consist here. We don't have a Y or turning facilities up here just yet, so it is just point to point. But maybe one day we'll be cool enough to actually have that stuff. But this railroad is very much still under development. It is a cool and different map. I will give them credit. Some of it doesn't make a lot of sense of like why there's just random this pond in the middle of like an oasis desert. Reminds me almost like the Lake Powell in Arizona, but I know that was man-made, so... yeah, not quite sure. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put the handbrake on the caboose. So that is now good. That's loaded. Let's run around this train and we'll take care of that here. So uncouple. Let's go. Look at that articulation. Look at it. Look at it! And just for giggles, let's go down the other side of the sawmill unloading. Just because. Just because we can. And again, all of this track was put in by me. This is not a pre-laid map. This is something that myself, General, Rex, and a few other people have been working on. So... let's go ahead and brake. Let's go ahead, throw the switch, and let's go back. again, you can see the articulation come into play on this locomotive. It does not like sharp corners, but at least it's articulated to handle them. Did that just snap over? Or is that just me? Huh. So yeah, log pond. You got the couple of tracks here. You got the crossover, which actually will help get us to where we need to go. But again, you've got a couple of tracks here, so whether you're trying to have a passing track or whether you're trying to do something else. Let's go ahead and just throw this switch. Oh, that did not go well. Oh, well, that was not great. You know what? We'll call them the wrecking crew, and they'll deal with that later. So, yeah, we'll deal with this another time. But yeah, this is a little preview of what we're up to on Railroads Online. Definitely catch us streaming when we play this. We'll probably stream Railroads Online once a week, along with Railroader once a week, and then maybe we'll play another game like Fast Food Simulator and something, or of course go back to Cabbage. Yeah, I gotta call in a crane. We'll see ya. Bye.